Welcome, everybody. Thank you. Thank you. We are so excited to talk to you about simple ways to get a more restful sleep. Hope you guys are all in the right place. And we're going to discuss the importance of sleep and some simple tips and tools, including essential oils, that work together to create healthy habits that can help you get the sleep that you need. And I have a lot of information to share, so hope you don't mind. I'm going to have notes so that I don't forget anything important. Okay, sound good? At the end, I'm going to show you our most popular essential oil kits, and I'll be glad to talk with any of you one-on-one to help you get something that best fits you. There's no need to buy anything, but of course, if you see something you like, I will help you place your order. Okay? Now,
Also, there'll be some Q&A after this, so stick around. There'll also
and
be the drawing afterwards, so stick around for that. And we promise not to forget.
yes. For those of you that are not familiar with me, my name is Faye, and this is my
Joel?
partner,
Or
Joel,
Joel?
my Joel. And we have been sharing essential oils for almost 10 years now. I guess we kind of together got into holistic and alternative health, gosh, about over 40 years ago, and have used all kinds of natural products, supplements, nutrition, herbs, homeopathy, and when we got introduced to essential oils, I fell in love with them. I fell in love with them. I had used other essential oils and it was like, yeah, okay, for perfume or whatever. But there was something different about doTERRA, and we'll share that in a little bit. But I want to give just a little background of me. You might be wondering, what do I know? Right? Why should you care about what I have to say? And originally, my undergraduate degree was in pre-med. And I was originally going to be a doctor. And as I got more and more into alternative health and different modalities for healing, I realized that, you know what, the healthcare system is wonderful for some things, but is really falling short in other things, like chronic issues. And also way too quick to prescribe medication without looking at maybe nutrition and supplements and things like that. And so I want, and it's always reactive. It's not very preventative. So I realized that was not the right route for me. I switched gears, and my graduate studies was in nutrition. I thought that was more preventative and more holistic. Unfortunately, what I realized was that industry is heavily influenced by big corporations, and realized that really what's going on is this perfect storm. We have big agribusiness feeding us foods that really are not very supportive for our health, but calling it healthy food. We have big pharma, pill for every ill, first go to without really looking at what's going on. And then we have stress. And that perfect storm is wreaking havoc, and we're not really addressing a lot of the underlying issues that are going on. And so we have, really made a commitment to help educate others about more holistic approach to health and support people in using natural solutions. And so each month we have a different topic. This month is on sleep, which is so important for our overall well-being. And before we get into why sleep is so important, I'd love to hear from you guys. How many hours of sleep did you have last night? You could show fingers if you want. So I see 6, 5,
Not good.
Mm.
What do you have? Eight, Virginia? Eight? What
Yes.
else?
Around 6, 7.
Anyone else? Turn your camera on.
Or turn your video, I mean
Oh,
your audio on and
yeah,
just tell
and
us. Yeah.
tell us.
My watch says I got about 5.
Five.
Okay.
Okay. And Wendy got seven. Cool. Well, according to the CDC, for those of you that had 7 or less hours, you are not alone. Somewhere between 35 and 40% of the population, that's more than 1 in 3 Americans, are getting less than 7 hours of sleep. And it comes at a cost. What have you noticed in your own quality of life, in your own health? What have you noticed when you don't get enough sleep? What happens?
I sleep during the day.
Okay,
Yep, you're more
groggy or
tired.
drowsy
Yeah.
during the day, less productive.
Hungry.
Aggravated easily.
What? I didn't
Get
hear.
aggravated easily.
Aggravated, yes,
Okay.
mood
Yes.
affected.
Yeah, irritable.
Mm-hmm.
Irritable,
Little hungrier.
hungrier, yes.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
Eating more. Yeah.
Well, good, good. And we're going to address some of this. Absolutely. What else would you like to cover during this presentation? I want to make sure I personalize this. What questions do you have, or what do you want to make sure that we talk about?
Fatigue.
Fatigue. Yeah.
Please.
Okay. What else?
How to turn your mind off
Okay.
when you get up in the morning and then can't go back to sleep again.
Mm.
Yeah,
Quiet the mind.
say the same thing. You wake up, you're tossing and turning, and you can't go back to sleep. You're just restless.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes that happens too early in the morning, right?
Next 4 o'clock.
3, 4 o'clock in the morning. Yeah.
Like, how can you reset your clock so that you can go to sleep earlier?
Okay.
Mm.
How about all of my life I could not sleep throughout the night. It happens maybe once a year or once every 2 years that I actually sleep through. I'm always tired. I keep going to the bathroom even if I don't sleep. Just get up at least 2-3 times. So if there's anything you can do for that. And I tried everything, I believe.
Great.
Okay.
Great.
So waking up and having to go to the bathroom during the middle of the night.
Yeah. Anything else? Okay. So keep in mind
Could we talk about how
what I don't specifically cover in the presentation, we will address in Q&A. Okay? So, but a lot of this is very common issues that I want to make sure we cover.
a lot of times people say that lack of sleep contributes to weight gain. Can you talk a little bit about why that is? Okay. Okay.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, cool. Sounds like we're all in the right place. Unfortunately, right? Because sleep is so important for our overall health. You know, often though, people kind of treat sleep like it's a waste of time. Have you ever, heard people like really pride themselves as being able to get less sleep, or they're more productive, so they're only sleeping 3-4 hours because they have so much to do? Yeah, there are people that feel that way and feel like it's such a idle time spent, and it's far from that. And a little interesting fact: before 1880, which was the invention and use of the light bulb, the average amount of sleep was 10 hours.
Wow. How nice.
Gives you a little bit of a clue of what's getting in the way of us getting enough sleep. Yeah, so I'll let you think about that, but kind of interesting, right? So we need, on average, what studies are showing, about at least 7.5 hours of sleep. between 7.5 and 8 hours. And like I said, 1 in 3 Americans are getting less than 7 hours. And in other countries, it's even worse. Okay. Japan is about 6 hours. Other countries are around 6 hours too. Now, while we sleep, our brain is busy overseeing a lot of biological maintenance and repair in the body. And we actually go through about 5 90-minute cycles of sleep. And these cycles include deep, non-REM, rapid eye movement sleep, and rapid eye movement sleep. So we go back and forth between that deep, non-REM and REM sleep. In the beginning of our sleep, for the first few cycles, it's really dominated by that deep, non-REM sleep. And that's when we're cleansing, repairing, and maintaining our brain and our heart and our, body and body system. Okay? So if we're not getting that good sleep in the beginning, we can be compromising our physical health. After we go through a few of those cycles, then we go into alternating and getting more REM sleep, which is where we're processing information and learning that occurred during the day and storing it into memory. Anyone having trouble with memory and recall? Yeah, you could be getting disrupted sleep a little later on in your sleeping. And that's also where our mood and our brain function is boosted and taken care of. So it can also be affecting mood. Okay, so we need this balance between that deep sleep and REM. And if things are disrupting it, it can affect us physically, mentally, and emotionally. Okay, so what kind of impact does it have? We can see increase in blood pressure and cholesterol levels. We can see a decrease in immune function, less resistance to illness. Have you ever noticed, I know for me, I have to be careful when I don't get enough sleep. I double up on essential oils because I know my immune system gets depressed. Yeah. And also, with that immune system being affected, it can also increase our risk for more serious illnesses like cancer. And in fact, studies have shown a link between less sleep and an increase in breast cancer for women and prostate cancer for men.
Wow.
Increase in diabetes when we don't get enough sleep. So what it also does is causes an imbalance in our hormones, not just diabetes, but can also affect other hormones, female hormones, like estrogen and progesterone, as well as thyroid. Weight gain. So what's interesting is some studies have shown that individuals that have less than optimal sleep on average take in about 385 calories more than others. Yes.
Wow.
Yeah. So not only because, I don't know if you've noticed, but if you're sleepy, like sometimes you'll eat to try to, your body wants more energy, right? But not only that, your hormones that control appetite are actually affected by the lack of sleep. Leptin is our hormone that makes us feel satisfied. It is suppressed, and ghrelin is the hormone that increases appetite, and it is increased. So our hormones are actually out of balance and cause us to feel hungry and not satisfied. That 385 calories is almost a pound a week that we can see an increase in.
Man.
Yeah. All
That's
right.
what-
So,
Get your sleep, y'all.
so
Right.
we talked about decreased energy levels during the day can be affected, which can affect productivity. We see decrease in mental sharpness, the ability to think clearly, make decisions, and to remember things. Lowered ability to handle stress. We tend to have a shorter fuse. I heard someone say being more irritable, more moody, we're less tolerable, right? Also, anxiety and depression is increased. In fact, there's a phenomenon in Japan and South Korea which have the lowest levels of sleep, and it's called death by lack of sleep, a much higher rate of suicide.
Wow.
Yeah, it's really fascinating, these connections, and really sad as well. But and what they found was going to bed after midnight is more closely linked to a decrease in mood and an increase in depression. So if you guys, any of you are a night owl, you're doing a disservice to yourself. Yeah. When's the best time to go to sleep?
10 and 11.
Yeah. Studies have found between 8 p.m. and midnight, and ideally somewhere between 10 and 11 so that you're able to fall asleep and be asleep before midnight. Has to do with your hormone levels and cortisol levels. What's happening when we go to bed too late, often we get stuck in a pattern. Like you were saying, Alicia, right? You want to be able to like shift where you go, and we tend to get our bodies become acclimated to a certain pattern. What can off the top of your head, have you identified some things that get in your way of getting a good night's sleep?
Research.
Well,
Research.
research. So reading.
I love to read, and I can't even go to sleep unless I follow a process of reading for hours.
And are you reading on your phone usually?
My iPad, yes.
Your iPad.
Mm.
Yeah. Thank you for sharing. Anyone else?
Watching movies, watching TV.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. And start to, really become aware of some of the patterns and the habits that you've gotten into. Sometimes they creep up on you and you don't even realize it. So let's talk about building healthy sleep habits and a few things to do. Right off the bat.
Get that TV out of the bedroom.
Joel, you're jumping the gun, okay? Just chill. He just ruined the surprise.
That's not happening.
Sorry.
Yeah, you
And
just
if I want to stay married.
So building a healthy sleep habits, and there's several things. I'm not going to go into much detail, but you know me, I can't help but talk about nutrition and food. Just a few simple things. Not eating too late. You should really try to have eaten 3 to 4 hours before bedtime. Try not to eat too spicy of foods or heavy meal before bedtime. It's going to keep you up. Alcohol can also affect your ability to get into those sleep patterns. So, it's often a common practice to have some wine to help relax and go to sleep. Yes, it might help you go to sleep, but can interfere with your sleep patterns. Also, getting sunshine during the day helps regulate our pineal gland and the circadian rhythms. So if we spend too much time indoors, we're not going to have those normal cycles of awakeness and sleep. Okay. Stick to a regular sleep schedule. Going to bed at about the same time, waking up at about the same time, even on the weekends. Often we think, it's the weekend, I'm going to be loose, I'm going to stay up. No, you really want to have those regular patterns because, again, your brain, your body gets into this internal clock and really helps you be able to fall asleep and get up at about the same time. Also, for any of you, I don't know, like I know a lot of younger people feel like during the week they get less sleep and think they can get caught up on the weekends, right? Like I'm gonna just sleep all day on Sunday. Doesn't work that way. When I say 7.5 to 8 hours sleep, that is every night. Not 3 to 4 hours during the week and then sleep all weekend, okay? So regular patterns. Good sleep environment. Now, what does that mean? Dark, okay? Lights coming in from the outside can disrupt. Again, light signals your pineal gland that it's getting close to waking up. So as dark as possible, quiet, cool. The body sleeps better when it's cool, not cold. That will wake you up, but not too warm because that will also wake you up. But a cool temperature, good mattress and pillow, and no electronics. No electronics. Get that TV out of the bedroom. Try not to have your cell phone in the bedroom, or put it on the airplane mode and put it on silent.
Turn that 5G phone off. Get it out of there.
Yeah.
That'll definitely disrupt your sleep.
Yep. No iPad. Okay. And turn all electronics off, even if they're not in the bedroom, at least 30 minutes, preferably 1 hour before bed. Blue light, which is what is being emitted from your electronics, actually increases cortisol. And cortisol is what interferes with sleep. Cortisol is your wake-up hormone. So you might be, relaxing, and then before bed, you check your cell phone, and you've just now turned on that wake-up. Okay? Bright lights will do the same thing. So if you happen to fall asleep, say on the couch, just keep the lights low. Keep the lights low in the bathroom. Try to minimize noise and just quietly go into bed.
That's why you get mad at me for checking my messages before bed?
I get mad at him all the time. Like, what are you doing? Or he'll be sleeping on the couch. He's falling asleep, watching a movie, but he forgot to do the dishes because his deal is the dishes. I did shopping and cook. Go into the kitchen, turn the bright fluorescent lights on, and do the dishes, and then wonder why he has trouble falling asleep. And thinks I'm just being a nag. And it's like, no.
Okay.
That's enough dirty laundry, right?
Don't tell my secrets.
But it's a perfect example how it really does affect you. So the other thing is to wind down about 30 minutes to an hour before bed. You really want to develop this sleep routine, is what I like to call it, because you're habituating your body to getting ready for sleep. Yep. So mine's about 30 minutes after I've, wound down either reading or watching something kind of light. If I watch something too intense, that affects my ability to go to sleep. So pay attention to what you're watching or reading. It can affect you. But I will take some essential oils internally. I'll turn on my diffuser, and then I'll go do my nightly routine in the bathroom, brushing my teeth, washing my face, right? Doing whatever I need to do, that 30-minute window. And then I'll get into bed, and I will read for about 10, 15 minutes or so. And because I have that same routine My body knows it's time to wind down.
And the light is so low, I don't know how she does it, but you have to keep the lights low.
Yeah,
Even
keep the
if you're
lights
gonna read.
low. Now, for others, it's taking a bath or, reading longer, but again, with a low light, if possible, not with iPad or phone because of that blue light. So actually
Or get some
having,
glasses, some blue light glasses
no,
if you got to.
it's still effective. Studies
Okay,
have shown.
okay.
Yeah,
What do I know? I'm
yeah.
just a sidekick.
Yes. So, but better to do that reading beforehand and then do something more like stretching, meditation, deep breathing, some light reading, and so that your body again knows it's time to calm down. And then, like I said, I always get that diffuser going. I put oils in me internally, and I put oils on topically. Now, why essential oils? Why do we like to use them? And we're going to
About
share.
you, I think you're gonna make a grocery list, making a restaurant. You can be washing dishes. You didn't have a lot of downtime. You went outside and
Yeah,
played. You know, you come in, talking and saying, did you just roll your eyes?
over here. Okay, it's happening. It's happening.
Okay,
Yeah.
we're going to share.
Here, click on that. Click on it.
Right.
Click on that. Click. Yeah. Give it a second.
It's loading. How many of you use essential oils already for sleep? For regularly for sleep? Just raise your hand. Okay, Janice, I see. Anyone else? Okay.
I do.
So the trick is consistent use. What happens is we often think with, anything, we're kind of used to like over the counter things or medication where we only use them where we feel like, I have no other choice. Essential oils are more like food, where they're information and energy for the body. And the more we're putting in that positive energy and information, the better our bodies work. And so with these, we want that consistent use over time to help rebalance and reset our system. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Right? Yeah. And and so using the oils consistently, and then for those of you that need to reset the time you go to sleep, what you're going to need to do is do it in small increments to help your body get used to it. So if, let's say, you're going to bed at 1 o'clock in the morning, yeah, but you want to get it more to 11. It's not going to work to go just from 1 to 11. But you can maybe do it in like 15 to 30-minute intervals of working your way towards that new schedule of 11 or 11:30. So try that, small increments, 15 minutes to 30 minutes, and see how that works. And use the essential oils consistently to help reset your brain. Okay? So why essential oils? Why these tools? I don't see people.
Oh, okay. The next one will show more.
Yeah. So
Click on this. Be patient. Be patient. You went too far.
you should have closed. So what's really cool about the essential oils and why they work so well is they provide quick responses. Like I said, they do help over time to reset your central nervous system and also to rebalance your body and your brain. But they also go into your limbic brain quickly and help to turn off the chatter, to help relax you, right? And so by using these, we're going to have quick results as well as long-term results. They also support a healthy lifestyle. They're going to help you with exercise and eating right, all the things that support a healthy sleep cycle and a healthy body. And then they can also help with chronic problems that are interfering with sleep, like maybe pain or frequent urination, stress. So we can use them for that too.
Oh, so why are women and families turning to doTERRA? Well, because they want to help themselves and their families stay healthy. And they want to avoid the effects or side effects of modern medicine. A lot of times they've tried different things, lots of stuff to solve problems, and it's not working. It's not getting the results they wanted. And then they want safe, natural solutions for their family without harmful toxic chemicals. And they don't have time to research every possibility. They trust doTERRA and they trust it as a source, and they don't have to worry about, figuring it all out for themselves.
Yeah, absolutely. And for those of you that are already using the oils, any of this resonate with you? Would you say, number 1, 2, 3, all of the above? Yeah. Yep. And more people are looking for natural solutions and trying to get away from pharma. And, that's why we've, over the years, have really developed a wellness lifestyle. I didn't grow up in a family that was healthy per se. Neither did you. Pretty traditional families, traditional beliefs. But, I intuitively I knew there was a better way and started to make changes. I had a lot of health problems when I was little and didn't want to keep experiencing those. And so changed my diet, started exercising more, got into meditation. And that was about the time that I met Joel. And he was also starting to explore more natural ways. So it was really pretty easy for us together to make changes.
Right.
And we raised our kids this way, not with essential oils, because back then doTERRA didn't exist. We didn't have the quality of oils, but we raised them healthy diet, pretty much vegan, vegetarian. Back then we just called it plant-based. Used herbs and homeopathy to help keep them healthy. And I knew that I wanted to help others and be able to help them experience the same thing. So when doTERRA came along, it just made sense. When I started to experience them and use Joel and the kids and other people as guinea pigs, and it worked, it helped people, I wanted to share. And so what we've been doing is creating a team of people that are helping others with their health. And you guys are all part of our family. And if anyone is interested in sharing and learning how you can help others, let us know. It's always an option. And at the same time, the most important thing is you are also getting the most benefit from these tools that you have. And so with that, let's just again briefly go over what essential oils are and how you can use them, and what oils specifically can help with sleep. Sound good?
Yes.
Great. So first of all, essential oils, they're really a product of natural environment. doTERRA is a manufacturer, or we like to say more of a distributor, because really what you're doing is you're just extracting the substance that's called the essential oil out of the plant, which is really kind of like what I like to call the blood of the plant, if you will. It has multiple compounds in it that can affect our health. And the reason why they can affect our health is because they're doing certain things for the plants, like helping with disease or helping to get rid of bacteria or fungus that affects the plant. And in some ways, attracting different animals or insects to the plant that help the plant survive and thrive and exist longer. Um, Now, our doTERRA oils are 100% pure, and that is because they realize that when you have these substances in their most pure form, they are actually the most effective. They're about 50 to 70 times more potent than herbs. So herbs are the same plants, just dried out and have a lot of the um, what products, if you will, the byproducts, if you will, that the essential oils don't have to have. The essential oils are just the pure active ingredients. So here you see peppermint, which is one
Yeah.
of our popular oils, which is used for energizing. And the great thing about peppermint is for sleep is that you can actually use it to help you wake up and stay alert after you've slept.
Right, or during the day when you start to crash, you can use peppermint and very easy. This is peppermint. I love using peppermint and wild orange together, but put a drop, make your own diffuser, take a few deep breaths, and it's going to help you be alert and energized, right? So it's great for those times when you're feeling groggy or feel like you need a nap. Just grab your peppermint, okay?
And one of the things I really find fascinating and special about essential oils is that they are what's called lipophilic or fat loving, which means they can literally, as you see in this second picture where it says effective, go inside of the cell membrane because they resonate or they melt well with fats and get inside of the cell where viruses and things like that reside, and they can literally have an effect on viruses where normally our medications aren't like that and they don't work. What's the doctor normally tell you when you have a flu bug is they say go home and drink lots of water because literally they're saying flush your cells out. Well, if you have essential oils to work with you, then the essential oils are going inside the cell and are helping to also create that flushing or
Well, it's not,
destroying the viruses and bacteria that are getting inside your cell.
yeah, it actually stopping the replication.
Yeah.
And what's cool also is that it can go in and protect our DNA. And studies have shown, remember I said when we have lack of sleep, where we have an increased risk of cancers. And studies have shown that lack of sleep is damaging our DNA. So using essential oils like frankincense will help protect our DNA. And remember that immune system gets compromised when we don't have enough sleep. Use On Guard daily to help support our immune system and help deal with unwanted threats from the environment, bacteria, viruses, things like that.
Yeah, so this is really special. There's
Yeah,
just nothing like it out there that can do this and do it safely and affordably, which is the last thing because literally really pure essential oils like the ones we use are really pennies per drop, which means they're pennies per dose. So it really becomes very affordable if you think about it. To use these when even if a bottle seems expensive, if you use less to actually affect and have the benefits, then it's very inexpensive. And lavender is a great example. You can just put a couple of drops on a pillow, and it's going to help you sleep better at night because lavender has these compounds that are calming and help induce sleep.
yeah. Whether in your diffuser, put on your wrist, put some in your hands and inhale it, put some on the pillow. It's getting into your brain and helping to calm you down. Think all things calming with lavender. Now, another blend that has lavender that's really good for sleep is called Serenity. It has lavender, it also has sandalwood, vetiver, chamomile in it, and so this helps to turn off the chatter as well as calm down. So that's one that I like to
And
use.
somebody did mention about turning down that chatter,
Yeah,
right? Yeah.
yes, exactly. And we'll talk about another oil that helps with the chatter. So, like Joel was saying, CPTG, certified pure tested grade, is really important. Essential oils are not regulated by any agency. Companies can put whatever they want on the bottle, and about 90% of all essential oils out there are adulterated, meaning they are diluted without saying they're diluted. They have other products in there, herbicides, pesticides, other oils, essential oils that are less expensive, and synthetics. And all of this affects the way it works in the body. So doTERRA is committed to sourcing the product ethically, sustainably, and environmentally. Their commitment is to leave the area where we source oils better than when we came there. And we don't own the land. What we're doing is helping small farmers, usually in very impoverished areas, have their own businesses and improve their livelihood. And then because of the stringent in-house and third-party testing, we know that the oils are pure, so they're beyond organic. They have the right chemical composition, and they are consistent from batch to batch. And therefore, these can be used as our health care. And in fact, Joel always reminds me, studies have been conducted where our lavender, because of their consistency and chemical composition, is now considered pharmaceutical grade. It means that its variation from batch to batch is so insignificant that it is considered pharmaceutical.
Right. The litmus test these days for pharmaceutical drugs is it the repeatability, right?
Yeah.
Or is each batch the same? Is each drug the same? So that when you create dosage, you can expect the same results, and that's a big deal because that helps to validate and give
Yes.
credibility to the drugs. But now we have a standard by which we can do something with
Yeah.
natural products that again can be verified and duplicated, which is what Favich is saying makes them pharmaceutical grade.
Yeah. Exactly. And then 3 ways to use them. I love it aromatically, topically, and internally. That wild orange is great with that peppermint when you're feeling that dip in energy, which often comes around 1 to 3 p.m. If you've noticed, pay attention. But it's mood uplifting. All the citrus oils are mood uplifting, paired with that peppermint, and so it's just energizing both physically and mentally and emotionally. That wild orange is also good for stress and anxiety as well, which can be fatiguing on the system. Topical, apply to the area of concern. So sometimes what keeps people awake at night, pain. So you could use oils like Deep Blue on the area, along with, of course, some other oils that we have, Deep Blue Rub or Deep Blue Stick, Aroma Touch, Past Tense, along with the Deep Blue. But addressing that pain so that you can relax and actually fall asleep is a big one for many people. Or digestive issues, acid reflux, eating the wrong kinds of foods or the wrong kinds of foods before bed can keep you awake. Put a drop or two of digestin in a few ounces of water, take it like a shot. Also rub on your stomach, and within 15 minutes, you're going to feel relief. Usually by 30 minutes, the problem has dissipated enough so you can go to sleep. And then so digestion is an example of using oils internally. There are many oils we can use internally. Like I mentioned before, frankincense is really good for cell repair, protecting our DNA. It's also it's mood uplifting, antidepressant, so good for helping just overall mood. So it's one that's good to use on a regular basis.
Right, and the best way to think about, I think, essential oils is that they are what's called adaptogenic in general, which means they adapt to the situation that's needed. And what's really great is sometimes there's side benefits as opposed to side effects. So you could be using oils for one thing and actually benefiting something else. And what makes come to mind is digestion, because some of us have heard about the gut microbiome, and it's a two-way street. Sometimes lack of sleep makes the microbiome less effective, and and a bad microbiome makes sleep harder. So using things like essential oils for digestion is actually going to help with sleep.
Yes. Balance is a great one to use every day, morning and at night. Think of balance like the grounding wire in your house. And if you don't have a grounding wire for your electricity, what happens? You get shorts, right? It shorts out. Same thing happens with our electrical system, our central nervous system. So balance helps us to calm down and supports the central nervous system. When we couple it with serenity, we call it liquid calm or a liquid Xanax. So I like to use that balance every night with serenity and vetiver, which is also very calming. During the day, it just helps us get off to a good day to handle the stress and unexpected events. Okay, so balance is a daily one. Also, copaiba. Think of this as, again, just a good overall support for your central nervous system, for your heart, for your brain. It also is good to add to like Deep Blue or Deep Blue Rub for aches and pains. It enhances the effect of other oils, plus it itself supports the body. So copaiba is one of those daily oils that have multiple benefits, like Joel was saying.
Adaptogenic, y'all.
Like Joel was saying, yes. And then adaptive. Often, and it's very common, Janice, I know you mentioned about not being able to turn off the chatter, overthinking, going over the day, going over what you need to do the next day. That is all really common, and adaptive is a great solution. I like to use the adaptive in my diffuser with Serenity, as well as put it on topically, and use the capsules internally because I am an overthinker too. I just go over all the things I didn't do, or maybe the mistakes I made, what I need to do still, what I need to make sure everyone else does, right? Because I have to control everything. So I find using adaptive at night, the system, is really helpful for managing stress, anxiety, and turning that chatter off. And Serenity, I mentioned, is a blend. It also comes in soft gels, which is different than the oils. And it has cofactors that helps with bringing on relaxation and sleep. So Serenity pairs really well with the adaptive and the copaiba, the Serenity soft gels. And then the Serenity oil pairs well with the adaptive oil and balance. Okay, to just really get that calming, turn the mind off. You can ask Joel, I'm usually asleep within about 10 minutes of going to bed.
That's right.
Consistently, unless I had, for some reason, too much caffeine, which rarely happens, or I watch a disturbing movie too late, something like that. But otherwise, it's very consistent. Yeah, and it might sound like a lot what I do, but it's well worth it to me to get that sleep. So the last thing is we want to support the body. The Lifelong Vitality Supplements, is foundational cellular support. It provides the support we need for brain function, for heart function, for the energy that we need during the day so that we're not taking naps during the day and then affecting our ability to sleep at night, right? And so what people find with this, it is our number one selling product, more energy, better mood, better cognitive functioning, less aches and pains, stronger, thicker hair, stronger nails, because you're just getting that cellular support. And I highly recommend this for everyone. And, sometimes you have to start off really slow. It just depends on what's going on with your body. But I can help you with easing into taking these.
It's almost like a conditioner for your health and your body. It's such a foundation.
So, 3 ways to get the products. Retail, which I never suggest to anyone. There is no need. Having a wholesale account and getting the products at a wholesale is great. And a lot of you on here are already doing that. You're getting 25% off of retail. But the best way, the most intelligent way, which I know a lot of you are taking advantage of, is getting your products below wholesale. And the way you do that is through the loyalty rewards program, where you are getting anywhere from 10% to 30% back on your order in the form of reward points, which you then get free product. And so that way it allows you to, like the last order we did, I'll save up my points. And then I just got like over $100 worth of product for free. I'll get my laundry detergent for free, or my On Guard soft gels for free, my conditioner for free, whatever, right? It is really good. And so we always like to make sure you all are getting the most benefit out of your membership. So again, if you're not sure, let's schedule a call so I can do a little review, a little what do you call it? Analysis, right? To make sure you're taking advantage of the most opportunity with your wholesale account. Now, for those of you that already have the wholesale membership, I'm not sure you know about our wellness programs. And we have a sleep wellness program. And it's a 3-month program with already selected products to help you with sleep. And each month, it automatically changes to the next collection of products. So you just put it on in your shopping cart once. You'll receive the first month. Next month, you get month 2. The third month, you have month 3 of the program. And it's wonderful because it gives you a selection of products to use for sleep, maybe things you hadn't tried before. Plus, you get a few freebies with that as well. So that's our sleep wellness program. For those of you that are dealing with mood issues related to sleep, we do have a mood wellness program. And for those of you that are dealing with pain, we do have a relief wellness program. Same concept, products that are already put together to help you. So again, if you're not sure, I'm happy to talk to you. Now, for those of you that don't have a wholesale membership yet, I wanted to share a couple of our most popular products, popular kits that have the essential oils that we were talking about. And you can always add at wholesale some of the products maybe that we talked about that are not included, or you would just put those on to your first loyalty reward program. So this is called our Home Essentials Kit, and you see it has that peppermint for energy, it's got the deep blue for pain, the lavender for relaxation, breathe to help open up your airways at night. A lot of people like to diffuse breathe and lavender.
Great for reducing snoring.
And helps with snoring, absolutely. Digestin for digestive issues, the On Guard for your immune system, tea tree also for immune system, oregano, immune system, frankincense for cell repair, protecting DNA, mood uplifting, and a beautiful La Luz diffuser. This is a great kit to get started with. And another popular one has all the same oils, but a smaller diffuser and smaller bottles.
Actually, Adaptive and Northern Escape is different.
Oh, no. This is our Aroma Essentials Kit.
Yeah.
Sorry, I thought it was the Healthy Start. The Aroma Essentials Kit is wonderful because there's a lot of calming oils, and it also comes with Adaptive which we know helps with stress and turning chatter off, comes with serenity, and comes with balance, and also cheer, which is very mood uplifting. So this is a wonderful collection also. It is smaller 5 milliliter bottles, where the Home Essentials is 15 milliliter bottles, so 3 times the amount of oils. So let's
Just don't do it again. Okay.
here we go. Now, for those of you that do not have a wholesale membership yet, let's set up a time to talk so we can go over your health concerns and figure out the best way for you to get started. Those are our 2 most popular kits, but there are other ways. And for those that are fast actors, those of you that like to take fast action, you will receive a sleep blend roller bottle that includes that Serenity, Balance, and Vetiver that I was sharing, which is my favorite blend to put on topically for sleep.
And if somebody else invited you to this, but you decided in 3 days you want to sign up, we will still provide this for you. Just let them know that you saw this on the presentation.
Yes. And new members will also receive $50 in doTERRA dollars, which means $50 in free products. When you enroll with at least 100 product value this month, you will also get free shipping. And when you place your first loyalty rewards order in May of at least 100 PV, you will get $50. Now, for any of you that are already members, you have the opportunity to earn some free products, some free gifts, if you help others enroll. If you want to learn more about that, let me know. Because as we're going through this, you might be thinking of people that can benefit from this, and we want to pay that forward and help you get some free gifts for doing that. Okay? Now, also, what you will receive from us is a Advanced Oil Magic book, which is a beautiful reference book that has over 600 different ailments. You have protocols in there, as well as all the essential oils and oil blends.
And
So really,
supplements.
yes, it helps you learn how to use the oils and how to combine them. Okay? 100% guaranteed satisfaction. And this goes from any of you, even if you have your account. Did you know that when you purchase product and you maybe made the wrong choice of product, if it's not open, it's 100% money back guarantee. If the bottles are opened, it's 90% back. The company will still basically, or if you want product instead, the company will give you 100% credit towards product. Okay, so we never want to feel like you got stuck with something that you didn't want. So no risk. What happened?
I don't know. So it got stuck. Try it again.
There we
Try to
go.
get back up.
So here's what to do next. If you're not already a member, choose which kit, schedule a one-on-one call
With the person that
with the
invited
person
you.
that invited you to this, and they'll help you place your order. If you are already a member, look into the sleep wellness kit, or again, schedule a wellness consult, a one-on-one call, and I'm happy to go over what's going on, and let's see what some good solutions are for you. Okay?
If I invited you, schedule the call with
Yeah,
the
exactly.
professor.
So, I hope that this was clear. It gave you some new ideas. I hope you understand now the importance of sleep and why it's important to find solutions. Might not happen right away, sometimes because we're all a little bit different. find different solutions. I know some people that love cedarwood and lavender together, or bergamot for sleep, or rose for sleep. There are many different options. I shared some of my favorites, but know that there are others to try if those aren't working for you. And if you order today, you'll be getting results as early as next week, and that's what's cool. So what we want to do now is stop the sharing and do the on-time giveaway drawing and some questions and answers.